Eh, it's us doing the thing.
Hello.
That thing is we're gonna be playing Clique. Yay. Um. Anyway, now that I did that, um, if you don't know me, I'm Allie. You've probably heard me not shut up about things. That's kind of what I'm here for. I'm gonna be jamming tonight, and then these are gonna be my lovely disaster children for the day. Um, I don't know if we want to introduce. How about I'll just have you introduce yourself with your real name first, and then we'll go around and do character names.
That works.
Who wants to
All
go
right.
first?
I'm Allison. You can find me on Twitter at ShadowStorm0 and on Twitch at ShadowStorm_0. I use she, her pronouns.
I'm Luca. You can find me almost everywhere as Lilikath, and I use they, them.
I'm Amadeo or Marimo. They, them, or she, her.
All right. I'm Aaron. They, them, or she, her as well. Most things, I'm Serotonia.
Alright, and then also, before we introduce characters, fair warning. I am sick and have been sick for 16 days and still sound like I'm dying. So if I am coughing or sneezing, it's because I'm dying. Anyway, let's go around and introduce characters in the same order.
Okay, that's me. I always go first. I don't know why I do this to myself. So I'm Nikki. I am excommunicated from my old friend group. Nobody talks about it, but it's fine. We're just not friends anymore. I am also the head cheerleader at the school. I'm just really good, so I'm the head cheerleader, and I'm a total babe. So people want me, I guess. I don't know. It's fine. It feels really good to be worshipped though, and I'm a punk. That's just a fun fact. I have a few talents. I'm really good at keeping a secret. I can sew things really well. I am convincing. I can get anybody to do anything that I want them to do, just because I have a high social standing and I'm really good at words and stuff. And also, did I mention that I can drive a car? I have my own car and I can drive it. And it's like a driver's permit, but I can drive it places. So I can give you guys rides wherever you wanted to go because I have a car. And I have a really high pain tolerance. Gosh, what else is there to say about a character? I am insecure, but it's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna ignore that. We're gonna go over it. I'm a little mouthy. Sometimes I just keep going and I don't think about the words that I'm saying. I get into trouble with it a little bit, but it's fine. We're all good here. I have a camera phone because I just have really cool things. And my signature move is my reputation. Everybody knows who I am, so I can exceed any challenge against an enemy if they go to our school or know who I am.
Cool.
That's Nikki.
I'm Henry. There's a
I
few
put you
things
in the wrong places.
you should know about me.
Continue.
I'm an optimist. Everything in life will go right if you just believe it will go right. There is nothing that can go wrong. Also, it is possible that I maybe am very talented at all exams and tests and quizzes. So I break the curve, is what my teachers always tell me. So, the grading, it's a curve and I break it. So the people who fail even worse. That may be one of the reasons why I'm being bullied. I don't know why. Another reason for that could be I'm basically always reading a book. So if you ever see me without one, something's probably wrong. Because I'm so good at school, this entire school staff knows me and trusts me very well. And I've also run a few bake sales and car wash to raise money for the school, and I can get people motivated to do it. Very focused person. So if I see something that I want to do, I will do it, and nothing can come in my way. Also, I'm very calm and composed, so there's basically nothing that can break my composure. I have a talent that I can look at people and I can basically see what they're good at, what they're bad at. I've never used it against anyone. I will try to help people if they do it. Well, if I know what's bothering them, but that could maybe come in handy one day. I do have flaws. I have to admit that. For one thing, I'm very clumsy. So if it's anything physical, I try, it will probably break myself or something else. Another thing about me that I don't really see as a flaw is that I'm sort of pining for someone who's in the school hierarchy a little bit above myself, but I will never give up hope. Wait, one day maybe they will like me back. Who knows? My signature move is go with the flow, so I can succeed a challenge, and in the next scene, the storyteller tells me what happens, and I have to accept that. And I carry 2 very important items with me: healing crystals to calm myself down, and a parent's excuse letter that I have never used, because there are always other ways to get out of, something. That's you can do it without your parents' help, That's basically it about me.
Okay. Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm really smart, actually a genius, and kinda like I have an IQ of 147, so I'm really smart, but I can't really be bothered in class. It's sort of a waste of time. So, yeah, you wouldn't know I was smart unless I could be bothered to show you that you're smart, and you're probably not worth me showing that I'm smart, because you're probably not as smart as me. So it's just not really worth the effort. I come from a poor family, so I mean, money doesn't buy happiness, but it would buy nicer shoes and a backpack without holes. And maybe I wouldn't be such a social outcast if we had more money. It would be great. So I have some good talents. I'm really good at getting out of my house undetected. I'm pretty sneaky. Just sneaking out of places. Like I said, I'm a genius. So I can just calculate things like 4,832 multiplied by 97, no problem. It's cool. I also have a really sweet middle lighter, and I know a few impressive tricks to light things. I could just use it to light things normally, but that's pretty boring. I'm also good with new things, because sometimes I just space out, or people around me are really boring, which is most of the time. So then I just start thinking about something else, and then when I come back and pay attention to people around me, things are completely different, and it doesn't really faze me. I'm pretty good with new situations. and I'm good at getting good deals, so I can negotiate faves and debts on just a whole other level. I'm basically the poster child for American capitalism. And my other talent is that I just have a lot of energy and I'm moving all the time. And I mean, yeah, we're trying to have a conversation, but one, you're boring. And two, it's no fun to sit still all the time. So I'm just moving all the time. So some of my flaws are that I'm a little bit rude sometimes. It might be a defense mechanism. It might be that I'm better than everyone. It's cool. I'm also a little bit socially awkward sometimes. Yeah. And in my inventory, I'm really cool, so I've got lots of comic books. Because like one day they'll triple in value as well. So I'll be rich, which solves 90% of my problems. And like it's way more exciting than real world problems. And I also have a first aid kit. Some people call my parents overprotective, but who's going to be laughing when you get a cut or a scrape?
All right. And Victoria?
My name is Victoria. Not Tori, Victoria. Last name, Del Rossi. Delrossi. Know it? Appreciate it. I'm a schemer. I'm always up to something. Cause I get bored. I'm a child actor. You've probably seen me in those movies. Not to name drop or anything, but I was a child in a Marvel movie. I've moved a lot because, you gotta go where the jobs are. And, as much as this town sucks, they're filming a horror movie here, so I'm here. I have absentee parents. They're not really around. I think they use me for money, but who needs them anyway? Talent. I'm a writer, obviously. You gotta be creative. That's another one of my talents. Because, interpreting scripts has to be creative. You have to be ingenuitive. I'm prepared for the worst. Because things will go wrong on set. I'm an engineer. Because I'm incredibly self-sufficient. I think that comes from having absentee parents, but we're not going to talk about that, are we? And I'm innocent. I totally look innocent. Parents and teachers can't dream of me doing anything wrong. Flaws. I guess I have those, but I might be easily distracted, and I might have a little problem of seeking approval, but I'm not gonna tell anyone that. My signature move is assumed identity. I'm a true chameleon, and for an entire scene, I can change my suit.
Oh.
In my inventory, I have the principal's computer password, because who knows when you'll need that. And a Swiss Army knife, because in this society, girls have to protect themselves. That's me.
Allie is so excited by all of these.
Yeah.
I scanned Victoria, and I was like, this is perfect. I can go full bitch.
Oh my god. This is gonna be interesting. Got some interesting characters up in this.
Okay, so I think instead of directly reading you the theme, I'm gonna try to just pull you into it.
Alright.
So you guys are sitting in homeroom. You all have homeroom together. And there's assigned seats, so you kind of sit together. And you end up talking because you're allowed to, and you aren't really allowed to talk across the room, and it's the knots, so you, don't have minutes, or, you don't have many minutes on your phone. If you do have a phone, and you probably have, the number texting pad And so, like, you don't just spend all study hall texting your friends. You either, like, do homework or chat with each other, and you usually end up chatting with each other. And today you're really chatting with each other because you all have noticed something kind of weird. A bunch of the students in the school, not the majority, but enough that you all have separately noticed it. You've seen, like, on the back side of their necks, these 4 little dots. And that wouldn't be weird because it's, like, it's the aughts, and, like, people always have these, like, rhinestone temporary tattoos on, which is what you're pretty sure they are. But not usually people from more than one friend group, or even more than, like, best friends having matching ones. But these people all have them. And so one of you brought it up, and you've just been kind of trying to figure out what could, like, possibly be going on with this.
Well, it's obviously a cult.
I mean, what makes you think that it's a cult? It could just be having, like, a fashion statement. You never know.
Creepy small town, weird tattoos, it's a cult.
Our small town isn't that creepy.
All small towns are creepy.
I don't think so. I think you're just from big cities and showbiz that you just think we're all weirdos.
You know what I think? I think you've never been out of this hick town. You don't have perspective.
I mean, I've not been out of this town before. But that doesn't mean that this is creepy. It could just be fashion.
Or a cult.
And
I
the
think it's
bell
fashion.
rings. And it's the next day. And a few more people have these little things on the back of their necks. And it's homeroom, and I'm gonna have you guys make me... No, we'll continue. So, there are some more people with this, but you haven't really heard what it's about. Like, people haven't really been talking about it. The only times you've really talked about it are in this room because no one else really seems to notice.
Oh.
You bring it up and they like see it, but they're just like, oh, it's just like they don't care, and it's like you're not sure how you feel about it because you guys feel like something is wrong here. But you're in homeroom again, and you're back with people who will listen to you. Also, I'm doing midday homeroom, so like a study hall.
Okay.
To be clear.
Like,
Maybe
it's a cult.
maybe we should think about it if it's a cult. You know, maybe it's a good cult, but like maybe.
I mean,
Are there
nobody
good
else.
cults?
I mean, there could be good ones. You never know.
I mean, it's not always a cult. It could be like a way of life. Could just be fashion still. I mean, we are the only ones who noticed it. Nobody else seems to be commenting on it. But
Wake up, sheeple.
Yeah, it's weird that I noticed, because I get everyone's stupid, but I didn't think they were that stupid. Like, it is a bit weird.
It is weird, and
Not
Nikki over here
everyone's stupid.
doesn't seem to notice.
Everyone's stupid.
I mean, people can be convinced to do a lot of things, so it doesn't always have to be some dark, nefarious thing. It doesn't have to be a cult.
Okay, even if it's not a cult, something shitty is going on.
And the bell rings. And it's the next day in homeroom. The original day, so this is a Thursday. The last one happened, the first one happened on a Tuesday that you started noticing this going around in
Alright.
school. So you're back.
Do we know how many people have them? Like, could I have like made like a list or a count something?
Yeah, I'll say that you're keeping track. You're not sure how correct it is because you go to a school with about 500 people, and so you don't see everyone every day, but you've been actively trying to see how many people each day you can count.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a list because I probably know a lot of people because probably every one of them hit me at one point or like said something or shoved me in the locker. But so I will make a list.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a good idea.
So you have a list, and you see that about it's not that many. It's just what really hit you the first day when you guys were noticing this wasn't really the quantity, but it was that the people seemingly didn't really have a connection. Like, it wasn't people that would be hanging out normally. So like the first day there were probably about 10 people, and then the next day you were up to more like 14, somewhere around there. But you're actively noticing different people. And the interesting thing that happened to you today was, let's see, who would it be? Let me look real fast. Nikki, you passed by that group of friends that you used to have in the hallway, and you kind of avoid eye contact with them and don't really, but in avoiding eye contact, you kind of like glance above them, and the light shining off the last person you saw. One of your old friends. Not the others, just one.
Just one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Josie had one, but no one else.
Okay.
So that's the new thing. Like, it's hard to get an exact read on these numbers since you don't know everyone. So it's mostly you guys noticing like the people around you and noticing that like someone had it that you don't think had it the other day. And so that's kind of how you know that there are more and more. But this is the new information that you have when you're coming into study hall today, whether you want to share it or not, because you don't really talk about them, especially not to these people that you don't know.
Mm-hmm. I also had a question. How many of my fellow cheerleaders have them?
I don't think any of the cheerleaders have them yet.
Okay. All right. So, did you guys find anything else out?
I made a list.
Were there like any connections between people?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you have a couple where they might know each other or be friends, but it's not like these friends would be friends with other people on the list, you know? So it's more of like happens to be a connection, but it's not like all of them are connected in any way, or any way that you can think of.
Maybe they have some other connection, like, I mean, they don't have to be friends or something. Maybe there's something else that connects them, like, and maybe outside of school or something.
Like
a hobby or place where they eat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone of you know someone of this list and like know what they're doing? Like besides school or even in school, maybe they all have a class together. Are they from different grades?
Nikki, you definitely see Josie's name on that list.
Mm-hmm. I don't say anything about it. I just like get tense. It's fine.
Victoria, Roll me just a 3 dice Brooks to see if you know anyone on this list, because you know a lot of people.
Of course I do.
I don't know
Alright.
anybody.
I know who to avoid.
Yeah. You're not necessarily you definitely like know who most of these people are because you're very observant, Henry, but you're not really friends with any of them. You're not
Okay.
really
I don't know,
friends
and I don't
with
care.
people. You kind of have this, like you're in a class and you talk to people and it's cool.
I can talk to the teachers and maybe
This is
the
true.
secretary or the nurse. They're very nice.
I got 2.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just say you know like 2 people on that list just because you know a huge portion of the school. None of them are like your friends, but one of them is do you take dance classes?
Probably.
One of them's in your dance class, and then another one is like in an org that you used to be in, and then you decided you were too cool for it. You joined it for like a week and like got the introduction, like you know how like sometimes orgs like are like free pizza, and then you like went to it and you got the free pizza, and then you were like
I just never showed up again.
you were like, this is so cool, and then you just didn't show up next week. It was probably like Quiz Bowl or something. Self-drag. But yeah, so you know those 2 people on it.
Well, we're probably gonna have to have a conversation so we can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, maybe
Because-
talk to your friend.
Oh no, they're not my friends.
Alex, you do know one of the people just because what year, like, are you one of the younger students in the school, or like almost graduating? One of the younger ones. So what I'm thinking is you're probably a couple grades ahead. So you know this student because they're a senior, and they're in like the dumb math class, which they put you in the seniors dumb math class because you're a smart like freshman, sophomore sort of deal. So you recognize that person. You don't have a super high opinion of them because they kind of hold the class back in discussion, which is not their fault. They're doing their best. This is a public school. They're probably not doing their best. They're probably not that bad at school. They just don't try, and it really bothers you.
I mean, I don't try, but it's fine because I already know the stuff. I don't know the stuff. Like, at least try.
Freshman.
Come on.
Yeah, it's basically like they don't.
Yeah.
This person doesn't listen in class, and then like it's the way the class works is like the teacher will talk for like half an hour, and then you'll do a little worksheet, and it's like the teacher has to end up repeating everything that they said in the past half hour so that this kid can do their worksheet, and then it makes everything take 10 times longer, and you finished your worksheet while the teacher was talking. And you're not allowed to read in that class because the teacher's a jerk.
I still do, just like, because the teacher's not that smart, but it's easier if I can have the book on the desk properly and I can see all the pictures. So yeah, I know them, but like, they just follow the crowd. They're not intelligent at all. So
Well,
they
you don't think
probably
anyone's
don't
intelligent, so I'm not going to take your word for it.
look, they're in stupid people maths and they can't even get that right. Like, what more do I have to say?
Maths don't matter in the end.
Yeah, but it's not like it's hard. Like, just do it.
It doesn't matter when you can pay other people to do your work.
They don't do that either. Like, there are many options and they do none of them. I doubt
Sucks
that
to suck, I guess.
But we
Sucks to
try.
suck.
Yeah, and the bell rings, and it's Friday, and you don't see any new people, and you kind of are almost letting it go. And then after this, Nikki, you're walking down the hall again, the same thing happens. And then you walk past your old friends. And Annabelle, she has one on the back of her neck. Now, wait, let me check something real fast. Victoria? You've
Yes.
met Annabelle.
Of course I have.
You don't really like her that much, but
That's very bad.
she does your homework for one of your classes for you. English class, she's there for you. Writes an essay, like, gives it to you in the morning. You, like, rewrite it in your own handwriting a little bit worse, and you hand it in because it's the last block of the day. She kind of does that for you. So you know Annabelle. Henry, you also know Annabelle.
No.
But you don't have anything against Annabelle, except
Okay.
Annabelle doesn't talk to you anymore either. But this isn't a kicked out of friends thing. This is you and Annabelle were really good friends when you were little, and now you don't talk anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I probably know why, but
You don't.
maybe it was
You
for the
don't.
better.
You don't really know why. You're not really sure why you drifted apart like that.
Oh, I'm just thinking no one likes me, so it makes sense that Annabelle would also like me.
Mm-hmm. And then Alex, you know Annabelle. You skipped a couple grades, and you used to go to school with Annabelle's little sister. Annabelle's a little bit older than you, a couple grades higher than you, and so you're probably a good 4 years younger than her, because you skipped a couple grades.
I went to her sister's birthday party or something. Would have seen
Yeah,
her out.
you were very friendly with her sister back when you were back in her sister's grade. So when you were younger as well, you didn't really know Annabelle, but you knew Annabelle's sister, and you don't really talk to them because they didn't skip the grades with you, and they're kind of children still.
Yeah, not at high school. And
Yeah, they're still in.
just
Annabelle's
really
little
immature.
sister is still in middle school, and she's in the first year of middle school. You're in the first year of high school, so it's like that whole. You went to middle school completely without her, so yeah, you're kind of over it.
Kind of just a baby,
But you do know her.
You're the same age.
Yeah, but I'm so much more mature and so much smarter.
You're all
Are you-
children.
Or are you just a freshman?
Yes,
And then
but only because not going to high school means colleges are a little bit weird about it.
you guys have the weekend off, and maybe you think about it, maybe you don't. Nikki, you probably do. You saw Annabelle right when you were leaving school, and it kind of threw you because it's two of your friends, and you haven't really made new friends.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of miss them, but at the same time, you kind of don't, and you just
I
feel weird about
definitely-
it.
Yeah, when I had walked by, I wanted to say something, but caught myself
Yeah.
and just kept going, but I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, and then, so you guys get to school. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I probably made another list, with possible things that it could be, cold, aliens, some weird illness, all of that, everything. I read a lot of books, everything is possible. I made one of those lists.
Okay.
And probably because I don't have a lot of
Conspiracy
friends. I just probably sat somewhere for the entire weekend, like on a bench, and like read, but like checked everyone out, was like walking by. I don't get noticed, so I can like
Yeah.
watch people, and I like try to like see if anyone else from like outside of the school or something had one of those things in the back.
Where are you hanging out to do this?
Do we have a main street or like a park?
Yeah, you have a main street.
Yeah, I would probably find like a corner that's like the most.
Okay, there's
Kind of
like
like a
one
bus
there's like
station.
one street light there. Or like stoplight. At like a four-way intersection. So you probably go, and right along one side is, if not too far down that one of those streets, is a little ice cream shop. So you probably just grab an ice cream, sit on a bench, kind of keep watch.
Yeah, with my book and just like
Yeah.
make notes and lists and stuff.
So,
Also, before we leave from school, I'm gonna find Annabelle, and I'm gonna tell her that I have a paper due about the black dots.
and she's like, I know, I have the same paper due. Like, Victoria, just pay me, okay? And I'll write you the paper. Just make sure you pay me.
I slip her a 20.
Yeah, so
I had to do my task.
she takes your money, like, shoves it in her pocket, like, kind of glancing around to make sure teachers aren't around when she's saying all of this, and continues on her way out of the school. Can you roll me what did we decide that, did we decide that perception is gonna be...
Perception is specifically Gale's.
Yeah, did we switch it to flames for this? Oh, no, I did that for my home game, never mind. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let you auto pass so I can switch out my cards because I don't like them. Well, switch out one of my cards because I don't want it.
Valid.
That just made it worse for you guys.
Great.
Didn't help me at all, but like also is gonna make it a lot worse for you guys. But yeah, so
You act like it matters to me.
Yeah, I hate you. Yeah, you do notice that on the back of her neck as she walks away.
I kind of smirk.
Okay, and then so you just kind of head home. Yeah, so Henry, how about you roll me a perception check at this street corner?
What's that?
Gale. So 2, and then let's see what you have to apply to it.
I have focused, calm, composed, identify faults. I don't really know. Maybe focused.
Know if that's gonna apply necessarily to this, because there's nothing like really like going against your focus. It's just whether you notice this thing at all.
Okay.
So roll with 3. It's just a challenge 1.
Okay, I got 1 strike and 2 twos.
Okay, that works.
I don't have to. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you notice some of the people on your list walking by. Not by you. They're kind of walking up. So if the T is like, if the T is like, I gotta figure out a way to show this. If the T is like this, you're kind of over here on a bench, and they're coming up this way.
All of them?
Not all of them. You see a lot of them.
I mean, like, do all of them walk in the same direction? Like, do I see anyone from the list who walks somewhere else?
No. Not, I mean, it's not super busy. You live in a small town in its main street. You do see other people, but you don't see anyone from this list who's not walking through this way, that way.
All right, I will write everything down.
Okay. Yeah. So you do that. And then, is there anything else you guys would like to do this weekend?
No, I'm good.
All right. So the school bell rings and school has begun. Do we want to skip right to homeroom?
Can I go by the nurse's office?
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to ask her about it.
Okay.
Because it could be weird, or like something that's contagious or something. So I will just go up and ask her if she knows anything, if she's seen it, if she remembers it, or if she looks at it and then looks away and forgets about it.
Okay. So what specifically are you asking her when you walk up?
If she's seen anything weird, also how her day was and her weekend, because I'm very polite.
So she's like, "Oh, thank you, Henry. I know we love it when you stop by, even when nothing's wrong. It's always good to make sure that you're in good health." And she's like, "Are you sure you're not getting sick? We can get you some cough drops if you need it."
No, I'm really fine. I just have a few questions.
Okay, and my weekend was very good. Thank you. I got to see my granddaughter.
That is very nice to hear.
Yeah, and what did you want to know about again?
So, over the last week, I've seen some people with like weird spots in their back, like the back of the neck. So I wanted to ask if you've like seen them. If it's like maybe something that's making them sick or something like a symptom.
Oh,
Have you seen anything?
Well, we haven't had more people than usual coming in being sick, but like, I can't remember anything like that. I think I've seen what you're talking about in the hallway, maybe. But I mean, I just don't know what you kids are doing with those silly tattoos recently. Like, it seems like everyone's just like doing crazy things like that. I heard that you can get them from the little toy machines outside the grocery store now too, and I think this is just, I'm sure it's completely safe, but I don't know what these children are doing with their bodies these days.
Okay, so you don't think it's like an illness?
I mean, I no one's come in with any symptoms.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. And I will run out and like take out my list and half cross out sickness and then maybe raise it and then make a question mark behind it.
Okay.
Has Annabelle given me my paper yet?
Annabelle hasn't given you your paper yet.
I'm going to go track her down.
Okay.
Oh, also I write down tattoo machine. Weird tattoos. Question mark. A lot of question marks on that list.
Roll a perception check.
Alright, that's skills.
Yep.
You're gonna hate me.
What?
Oh God, what has she done?
No.
4?
Yeah.
You don't find her. What you do find is your $20 bill.
I pocketed it.
You find it on the ground. You know it's yours because you do that silly thing, like, you know how people stamp them sometimes with those things? You, like, sign your name on them because you're like, if you distribute it in the population early enough, when you become famous,
it's gonna be worth something.
Yeah, people are gonna be really excited to find this with your name on it in the future. So you feel like you're really helping people out this way.
I'm
paying it
boosting
forward.
the economy.
Yeah, definitely. But you do find that, but you don't find her.
Oh, this is shady. How does she have the paper due that I completely made up? That's also shady.
No. You did have a paper due.
Like, about the black dots on people's necks.
Oh, I didn't know you were talking about that. I thought you were talking about something else, because you did have a paper due this day.
No, I bullshitted her. I was like, I have a paper due about the black dots.
Oh. Well, she was writing you an actual paper, and she didn't give it to you.
You pay for a service. You expect that service. It's fine.
Do I have maths before homeroom?
What, Alex?
Do I have maths before homeroom?
Yeah, probably. On Mondays.
So if I see the person with the black dots, I'll
Yeah.
just be like, dude, why have you got weird black dots on your neck?
So this person's just kind of like lounging back in their chair. The teacher is talking. You sit pretty close to them. This is not unusual behavior for them. They're like looking at their phone, which is ridiculous because it's like a BlackBerry.
They'll get the teacher.
Does it have BlackBerry messaging?
It does. Like, this student isn't like super rich, so they probably like don't have a ton of texts on it. Like, they can probably only send so much, so what they're probably doing, like, high school students, you've seen people do this, they're probably rereading old messages.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't want to risk sending too many when they might have something very important to tell their friends. So that's probably what's going on there. But they're just lounging and they're like, little one, like, maybe you'll find out when you're older.
You suck. And I'm just like,
And they go back to looking at their phone. That's the answer you get from this person. Who's
Pretty
definitely not mostly based off of people I went to high school with. No way. In my school district? Slackers who did this to my high-level math class?
I'm so good at social interaction that it definitely stops there.
Alright.
Cool.
So, unless you guys are doing anything else in the morning, you probably meet back up for homeroom.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going on like a 4 class a day thing, so like 2 before homeroom, 2 after. Just so you guys kind of know what schedules your students are on.
Okay. I remember how real school works. It's been a while. Nope.
And you have lunch during your 3rd class.
Class, homeroom. Wait, no.
Class, homeroom, like, class where, like, partway through homeroom, there's so many kids in your school that you have to, like, rotate through, like, 3 lunch periods during that class, and then the rest of the time you spend it in class.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Okay.
That's a real thing.
Very complicated.
We did something sort of similar. I got you.
It's all semantics. I doubt it'll matter, but I figured I'd flesh out the world of
Yeah.
hell.
I needed to remember how school worked outside of college. So now we're in homeroom.
Yep.
Okay.
I will get out my list but like slowly and carefully, like just put them on the table and then slide them in the middle and be like, so I made a few more notes over the weekend and I talked to some people, like maybe just the nurse, but some other people because I have friends. And do you guys want to read what I wrote about possible things about the black dots?
Of course. Well, then you're welcome to sit somewhere else.
Can't, it's assigned seating.
This is true. Alex cannot sit somewhere else.
I mean, they can.
I mean, if they wanted to get yelled at by this teacher, they could, but I don't think they do.
Mm. You get yelled at, you get made to do work.
This
The
teacher doesn't
only
yell at
thing
me.
worse.
So is that a no to my list?
I mean, do we really need to figure out what this weirdness is? Can't we just leave it alone?
No.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
person in my maths class is a jerk. I mean, if they're all gonna murder cult and they get caught up in it, they suck. So
I
they
mean,
probably deserve it.
some
welcome to-
people have it that don't suck.
Do
And-
they?
I mean, few, maybe. But it's weird, don't you think?
Yeah, it is.
Maybe
super
we
weird.
should solve it. Maybe it's a mystery we can solve.
I can totally use this for my horror movie.
Definitely. If it's something horrible, well, that I don't hope it is.
I can channel the spirit of investigation and where are we going with this?
We all want to know, Aaron.
Channel the spirit of investigation, problem solving, and the whole spooky atmosphere into my performance. This is how you win Oscars, people.
Mm. Blah blah blah
Uh-huh.
blah blah. Sure.
I'm gonna flick you in the back of the neck.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna flick Alex in the back of the neck.
What was that for?
You know
Oh, you
what? Alex, would you be used to this crap enough to see it coming?
I think I'd be used to it. I don't know that I'd see it coming.
Because I'm willing to offer you a chance to dodge, to see if you can. Because I feel like you don't sit next to Victoria, because she usually tells you to go away. And so you kind of. So she would have had to reach over to do this. I'll let you guys opposed.
Alright.
Okay.
I'll just do opposed decks. So Gales.
Alright.
I mean, I'm putting you against Aaron, so I mean, it's not gonna go well, and I apologize, but I figured we'd get some rolls up in this.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going through. I have schemer and innocent.
Yeah, those would probably both work.
Alright.
Can I get one for useful energy? Because I'm not really sitting still. I'm a moving
That's
target.
true. You're moving around all the time. I'll give you one for that, and you get one because you're Gales.
Yeah.
Yikes. So this is actually just gonna come down to dice.
Yes, that
Yeah.
is the goal of
Yeah.
using dice.
I thought I had the leg up. Victoria did.
All right.
Because she's obviously better prepared.
So yeah, just roll against each other. You need twos or weaves, so twos or sixes.
Alright.
Two. Okay.
I think I get flipped.
I think those were a few weeds in there.
Oh yeah. How freaking many, Aaron? Yeah, you get flicked real hard. I don't know why I let Aaron roll for anything. I should just be like,
I don't know why you
and
did.
Aaron's character does this now.
Sometimes Aaron fails.
Do they?
One time it happened.
One time, yeah. That's
I
fair.
got 1, 2, and then 2 weaves, and then I re-rolled that wave and got a 2.
Wow.
Yeah, what was that for? And just tell me the truth.
You're a bratty little freshman. I gotta put you in your place.
What does that even mean?
Maybe you're not as smart as you think.
Also, what grades are you guys in? Of the
Oh,
4 years of high school.
Victoria's solidly a senior.
Oh, dang. Okay.
I was thinking junior or senior because you start driving
Yeah, that's
in
true.
one of those 2 years. I started driving senior year, but I don't know what.
As permit, I feel like Nikki would have gotten her permit pretty quickly. So probably a junior.
All right.
What about you, Henry?
I have no clues about the American
That's why I'm
system.
just doing like the youngest to the. There are
Right.
4 grades, so
I'm
like youngest to
probably-
oldest.
Like in the same year as Nikki, something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. So basically.
'Cause I'm also head cheerleader, so I worked hard to get to where I am.
Yeah, that's true. For like non-American context, Nikki and Henry. I can't do it. There we go. Are in their 3rd year of high school out of 4.
So we're around 16, 17?
16, yeah. If you have your if you have your permit,
17.
you would be 15, 16, right?
Oh, well, New York City has different rules.
Well,
I
no, I'm
think.
just trying to remember the actual age stuff. I have
Six-
no idea.
16.
Let's
is
say
correct.
16.
16 works.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
You
it's
guys are
depending when
16.
your birthday is.
Victoria is older. Victoria is like a year older, so probably like
Yeah.
17. And then Alex is shit.
This is like 12, but in freshman year of high school.
Yeah, because you go 17, 16, 17. 14. Yeah, 12.
Like
Oh,
11
Jesus.
or 12. Oh, God, an infant.
I don't know why I'm a social outcast.
I don't know why you don't know how to talk to high schoolers.
Now it's like a blue.
And you're in a math class with seniors.
Man,
Question, is Victoria in that math class as well? Because
No, Victoria's
Okay. sad.
not.
High school is fun, guys.
But yeah, Nikki, you probably knew Alex before you went to school with Alex because
Alex and
was
Annabelle's
friends
sister.
with your friend's little sister.
Yeah. I mostly knew Alex as friends with the annoying little sister.
Yup. And
he was
now
friends with the
Alex is
annoying
in your
older
homeroom.
sister.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Alex.
Yeah, you've known Alex since Alex was probably like 7 or 8 was probably the last time you were in the same grade as this. Probably like 8 was the same time you were in the same grade as this girl. So
Yeah. So you were always 8 in my head.
I mean, to be fair, only 12 now.
Yep, true.
I'm mature for my age and a junior. And
Are you mature or are you just a brat?
Amadea, this just means that we can completely transfer your character over to Gloomies without doing anything.
I'll just play the same character forever.
I'm sorry for
Exactly.
making your character a child, but it's also very amusing and fitting for the character.
I love it.
With like, my IQ is 146.
I'm really smart and you're stupid.
But you're an infant.
Oh.
Okay, so Victoria was just being mean to the 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria doesn't care.
Okay.
That's why I love her.
But yeah, you're just in there talking. I think you're still arguing over Henry's list. Am I right? I don't know anymore. Oh, you're arguing about whether you should care about this or not.
You don't have to. And I don't want you to. I don't want you on my team.
Why? Because I'm better than you?
No, because you're a bratty little freshman.
And yet we're in the same class right now.
It's homeroom, dumbnuts. Everyone's in the same class.
No. Not everyone.
No, yeah, some people have it next period.
guys, can we not fight? I think we have other problems.
if you could just maybe look at my list.
We've already seen the dumb list, Henry. I mean,
Don't be Henry.
I'm just saying, maybe it's fine, and maybe we don't need to investigate it, because, like, it doesn't even matter who has the dumb dots anyway.
Well, then, you're welcome to excuse yourself from this conversation, and Henry and I will continue to talk about it.
Go ahead, but it doesn't stop the fact that you guys are sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Tune out.
Okay.
I flug you.
No. Not tuning out because you told me to tune out though. I'm tuning out because you're boring.
Yeah,
I flug you in the back of the neck again.
Alright.
I'm ignoring you.
I mean,
I turn to Henry. And
um,
I just put on my hand and it's like, so, yeah, what'd you find?
so I was like sitting on the main street for a bit, and I saw some of the people with the dots walk like along the road, but I didn't like think I should follow them because I was all alone, and some of those people are not nice to me, and if they see me outside of, I don't really want that to happen. So I just wrote down who went where, and they seemed all to go in one direction. So I wanted to ask you guys, well, I wanted to ask you, Victoria, if you maybe want to, see where they went, if there's something there, or where they came from. I have a lot of like things on the other list that we could check out if it's that.
I will come with you to see where they went. I feel like not going was actually really smart. And there's more than one type of smart.
Thank you.
And I give a pointed look to Alex.
I am very pointedly not looking.
And speaking of shady business, alright, so my grand plan in all of this was to pay, Annabelle, what's her name?
I'm eavesdropping on the conversation as soon as I hear Annabelle's name.
Yeah, I also like.
I mean, you were sitting there the whole time, so I was just kind of assuming you were probably eavesdropping on the whole thing.
Fair enough. I kind of was.
So I paid her to write me a paper about the black dots because that's a good way to see what she knows. And she's not in my last period class anyway, so she doesn't know what we're really learning about. Or what the teacher assigns us. And so I slipped her my $20, as I usually do. And I don't have a paper to show you. My $20 was on the ground. Annabelle is nowhere to be seen, which is shitty.
Where the $20 were you, like, did you find them where you gave them to her?
Ellie?
You found them when you were searching around.
Yeah.
You were kind of looking at different places where people would hide out. And you found it kind of right on the way into like the girls' locker room.
I did not. I found it on the way to the girls' locker room, and then I assumed I would have checked inside for her.
Yeah, and you didn't see her in there.
And she wasn't even in the locker room, so...
It was also, like, yeah, it was kind of hectic, but you didn't see her anywhere around, because it was before first period, so everyone was kind of...
yeah.
That's weird.
Sweetie.
Who would have thought doing shady things would be shady?
I flick her on the back of the neck again.
Just ignoring you.
So did you see her at all today? I'm holding my list. I'm taking.
I tried to look for her so I could get my paper and get her knowledge, but I couldn't find her anywhere. All I found was the money. So I don't know what's going on. All I know is that Alex is being a brat.
I have an idea. You guys stay here. I'll be back in a second. And I get up and ask the teacher if I can go to the bathroom. I don't know how bathroom breaks work in America.
Yeah,
You need permission and a hall pass.
yeah, and it's
Fucking
homeroom,
stupid.
so Mr. White is just like, yeah, sure, Henry, go ahead, just take the bathroom pass. Like, no one's using it right now. Make sure you bring it back, because
Yeah.
if anyone catches you in the hallway without it, you'll get in trouble right now, because everyone's doing stuff, and it's not like a break time, so you will get caught. So please bring it back. I'm tired of replacing it.
I won't steal it. I will bring it back.
Thank
And
you.
teachers like me, so
that's true. He's
they
just
probably
like,
will.
the bathroom pass is wild. The amount of times it goes missing.
All right. Then I will leave the room, and I will not go to the bathroom, but go to like, is there a secretary or like
Yeah, there's
someone who like keeps attendance stuffs?
Yeah, so like there's a whole there's a few different offices. There's like the principal's office, and then like the counselor's office is right across the hall. There's at the entry to another part of the building is like people that open the door, like let people in when the school's locked. There's like the place where you go and report in if you come into school late or have to leave early. So like sign out, check in is in a different office.
Okay.
So those are kind of the main places that you would probably go.
That's all very confusing. I will go to the one person who like gets the lists of all the teachers of like who attended the classes today.
Mm-hmm.
Is there such a place? Okay, I could go there to talk to that person.
I'll say it's probably the same place where like people check in and out if they have to leave, so that they can update the attendance lists.
Okay. I will go talk to them.
Okay.
And be very polite again. Like ask about the weekend, if they had a good day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will go. So, I have a very important question. I have a paper due, but like I have a study partner, and I haven't seen her all day today, and this paper is very important, and my grades are very important, and I need to see her. So, can you maybe tell me if Annabelle, last name, if she was sick, and
Do
if I have
you
to
know
like,
Annabelle's last name?
I mean, said I knew her as a kid.
Oh yeah, so you would, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I will ask about Annabelle, and if she's here or if she's sick and I have to go home and like maybe get her things from there, and I will have a breakdown and just start maybe crying a little bit. I'm probably very good at that. And
the guy behind the desk is kind of looking at you like this. Like, he doesn't really know you because you're not really the kind of person who comes in late or like leaves early or...
But I probably like greet everyone and
yeah, you definitely, it's not out of the ordinary to like have been greeted by you, but like he definitely doesn't know you well enough for this like display of emotion, and he kind of like doesn't know what to do, and he's just like,
so I just really need to know if my Grace and Annabelle, and please can you tell me if she's here or if she's home?
I'll take a look and see if her like teachers said she was missing, and he like flips through the ledgers because we're pre everything being on the computer very nicely. We might have it on. We're gonna say it's on the computer very nicely. He looks it up on the computer, and he's like, I mean, she was here. No, doesn't look like she's been to her classes today. She's probably homesick. Sorry, kid. But, like, make sure you have a note from your parents if you leave early to go get her, because otherwise I'll have to tell the principal on you.
Yes, of course. Thank you. And I will probably leave. Like, fix myself up again and go back to the room. And like, give back the bathroom pass and, like, thank the teacher and just sit down at the table. Annabelle wasn't here today.
That's weird because I gave her the money on the way out, and so there's no reason why she would have dropped it by the locker room.
So maybe we should investigate it.
We should.
Nikki, you guys are
What?
friends. Maybe you want to help us find out what happened to your friend. I know you don't like really talk to each other anymore and stuff, but you know the same thing happened to me. She doesn't talk to me anymore as well, so maybe I don't know. Maybe we can talk about that.
Yeah. Victoria, you probably didn't know that Nikki knew Annabelle. Alex, you definitely did. Henry, you definitely did, because, like, you used to be friends. Like, you used to be, like, kind of on the periphery of the friend group, because Nikki had known Annabelle for quite a long time. So back when you were still kind of friends with Annabelle, you weren't in that friend group, but you were friends with her.
Mm-hmm.
So it was that sort of thing.
Yeah, like mutual acquaintance.
Yeah, so Victoria, this would have been a surprise to you for Henry to suddenly be talking about how Nikki's friend, Annabelle.
Yeah, like Victoria knows people in like current relationships, but she doesn't know history because she like just moved here.
Yeah, you're new at the school, which is why you're so punchy. You're trying to throw your weight around, and it's going over. It's
Seems to be
going.
mainly directed at a 12-year-old at the moment.
Well, it's a 12-year-old being a brat.
I just think it's weird. And
It's weird.
I want to find out what's wrong with the black dots and why Annabelle isn't here and things.
I mean,
if
Annabelle she lives,
she's fine, then she's probably fine. I do, but I mean, do we really have to investigate this? Like, it should just be fine. We can just leave it as it is. Nobody seems to be hurt or anything.
Okay.
And I will bring up for you guys that out of you guys, Henry and Alex would also know where Annabelle lives. Well, Alex would know too, but Nikki is the only one of you with a car. And you probably all know this.
They definitely all know this because
you talk about it a lot.
I do. And I ride it to school every day and make sure I get it in like the prime parking spot so that people know it's my car.
Yeah.
Victoria doesn't care. She's thinking that she can call someone and have her drive. Well, you see, let me get one thing straight. We don't have to investigate, but me and Henry are. You're welcome to come with us or not, but it's going to happen whether you like it or not.
I mean,
don't you want your friend back?
You know what? It doesn't even matter. We'll just figure out what's going on. As long as this doesn't distract from my cheer practice, I guess we can do this.
All right.
Are we going now?
No, after school.
We have classes.
And I have cheer after school.
Alright, we can go after then.
Back before cheer, so we could go now and just not go to classes.
Miss, I'm better than everyone else. Doesn't want to go to class? I'm surprised.
Why would I want to go to class? I don't.
Don't you want to
need to go to class?
Don't you want to prove your intelligence?
Why would I need to prove anything? Like, not everyone is putting on a show for everybody else. Some of us know we're smart and know we're better.
I think in that is putting on a show because you always mention about how smart you are. Like you're not convinced.
Problem is, it takes people a really long time to get it.
Or no one likes
it. So people understand.
Or no one cares enough.
Maybe. Anyway, I'm just here so that I can have gone to high school on the college application, and then I'll be done. Great.
It's a very good plan.
It is a good plan. So can we go now? Because I don't want to go to science, but 12-year-old kids wandering the streets alone doesn't go down well.
Well,
See, but if I
Well-
get detention, then I can't go to practice. And if I can't go to practice, practice can't be run because I'm in charge of practice.
think about other people than yourself. We will wait until the end of the day and after cheer practice, and Nikki can just pick us up.
It's getting really late though. Like,
Why? Do you have bedtime?
Late for a kid?
You guys are being mean.
This is the most fun character I've ever played.
it's fine. It's just boring to wait.
We could talk about interesting things while we wait. Maybe watch the practice and talk about it. Very, very important things like math, science, everything that's smart. So you know what to practice.
I mean, I want to finish school anyway because I have theater next period, and that's the only class I care about.
You should care about all of your classes. They're very important.
I'm not going to college, so why does it matter?
Yeah, hate to break that one to you, Henry. Not very important.
I think so. You should try in all your classes, even if in some you're not that good. But you should try.
Yeah, the problem isn't that I'm not very good.
Oh, I know you're good. That was
That
more
trying would be a lot
Victoria.
of effort.
Why should I?
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
I felt that.
I think we're gonna get along great, Henry.
I'm sorry, that was very mean.
I'm so glad that this is a
All the way.
two-parter because I love these children so much.
I'm just scared Victoria, and I'm just like, this is the richest character I will ever play, and I love her.
Like, we could not have more different characters that don't really have actually that many discernible differences.
Alex and Victoria are stuck up for two completely different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I love these characters.
So what are you guys gonna do?
I mean, I'm going to cheer practice. I don't know about anybody else.
I don't know. Where's the practice happening? Is it like gym or
It's probably
field?
it's not cold out, so it's probably happening probably right by the bleachers in the football field. Like, you're probably having cheer practice.
Sure.
So right
I don't
outside
know
the
how
school.
cheerleaders work.
Don't
I don't
have a
know.
phone.
My school didn't have cheerleaders because
Neither did
our
we.
team was really bad and not enough people signed up to be cheerleaders.
We had a dance team and a step team.
Oh yeah, we had dance too. We had lots
No
of things.
cheerleaders.
We had a fully funded art department, but no cheerleaders.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We had a circus?
I feel like Victoria's hanging out in the theater in the auditorium, just
Is
rehearsing her lines.
so she's an actor, not a techie?
She is fully an actor.
Okay.
She's just hanging out on the stage, pacing back and forth, practicing her lines.
Just
Yeah,
monologuing.
so Victoria's the new kid who thinks that she's gonna come in and snag a big
Same.
part.
No,
Some
she doesn't
people-
even care about the school play. She's practicing her lines for the movie.
You were already in the movie.
But repetition is important. You have to memorize.
For what?
So you sound like an idiot with your co-stars.
But no, you were already in the movie.
No, she moved here because they're filming here.
Okay.
There's
Gotcha.
a new movie that she's trying to get in on.
Gotcha.
So I'm like
And you-
12, and I don't have a phone, so I kind of have to go home.
You do. Unless you, I mean, you could call from a school phone. Like, they would let you do that in the office.
Probably I can't think of anything convincing, so I think it's probably
I
you'll
mean,
have
like,
to...
you wouldn't have to, you could be like, I'm staying after school and I need to call my parents and ask them if it's okay, sort of thing. Would be okay.
Yeah, the problem would be convincing the parents, I think.
Oh, yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like your parents probably pick you up from school
Yeah,
because, like,
yeah.
you're little and they don't want you riding the bus with these scary people.
With
They
the
don't want you
actual
riding the
adults
bus with
almost.
Victoria.
Like,
Yeah.
high school students are terrible and you're 12.
Yeah.
So you get probably picked up and driven to school every day.
They
yeah,
just don't
so
want you riding the bus with Victoria.
specifically. So yeah, I think I probably have to go home. And I don't know if you guys will pick me up or if like I'm close to Annabelle's house and can just like sneak out and get myself there. But
Yeah, you probably don't.
Yeah.
Annabelle lives a little ways out. Nikki used to go like a roundabout way because no, it would have been how long ago did you have the falling out with your friends?
I want to say like halfway through the last year.
Okay.
So like recently enough that it still hurts and feels weird,
Yeah.
but not recently enough that it would still be the talk of
Yeah. So
people.
like Nikki would know like where it is. Like Nikki probably, let's say Nikki, like if Nikki's parents were like bringing her to school one time and bringing her friends or picking up her friends or something, they would come to have to go out of the way to get Annabelle. And like your parents would have probably have had to drive you to go to your play dates with Annabelle's sister.
playdates because a child.
I mean, to be fair, they were friends when they were 8.
That's true.
And younger than that.
yeah,
Mhm.
actual children. Now I'm grown up.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
you're a whole almost teenager.
So close. By 13, I'll be an adult. Like,
Oh god.
adult works. I'm practically grown up.
Alex is like, by 13, they'll definitely be ready for me at colleges.
yeah, that's the
Oh
plan.
god, that hurts.
I'm gonna be grown up, 13 years old, fully a teenager. College will be so ready. Right. And I'll get the respect I deserve because I'll be at college. It'll be great.
Mhm.
Just have to do the time at high school.
Yeah, once you can talk to people on an equal level of intelligence as
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. They'll believe I've socially integrated and it'll be great.
Okay, so you just found out that Alex is gonna have to go home with your parents right after school.
Maybe,
Maybe we'll just forget to pick her up.
or we just don't forget.
I mean, do
I
we
mean,
really need to bring a
that's
kid?
an option, but
Alex is very smart.
I love how you're having this
yeah.
conversation in front of Alex.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
don't
oh, yeah.
are.
I feel like we should, like, this is sort of all of our investigation now. We put all the clues together, so we should follow through, whatever those clues are.
okay. But the we was just me and you. Alex
I
is
think-
mistaken this.
I mean, we do need maybe a car.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
of course, Nikki. And
Nikki has annoyed me today.
Today.
Yet.
That's a bold statement for a person you've been in a room
Wow.
with for like 20 minutes already.
Listen, I have no problems with Nikki. That's where she can come. Alex, on the other hand, well,
Thing is, unlike you, Henry's a good person.
Henry might start to cry.
I want Henry to roll we're gonna make this a Stones challenge to not cry. Stones challenge 2.
I have to say that I'm composed and
Yep.
very calm.
You have
I
dice
just-
for it. I'm just
I sometimes
having you roll
forget
for
I have-
it.
Okay, what stones?
Yep.
I mean,
You have
yeah, I'm
composed,
composed.
so you're up to 4.
Uh-huh. I mean, I'm calm, focused, and an optimist, but I don't think any of these.
I'll give you calm.
Okay.
So you have 5,
5.
and it's a challenge 2, so it's not too hard.
And I need stone.
So
Okay.
3s.
I got 1 stone and 1 weave,
Okay, perfect.
and another stone.
All right, you hold it together. You're like, you feel it, but you're like, nothing, like, I need to prove that I am a competent person so that they don't lose faith in me and decide that they don't want me around like everyone else does. Like, I have got this. I am not going to cry in front of them. I am 16 years old. I am not 12.
I am holding my crystal, like
Yep, you're
underneath
holding
the
your
table,
crystal.
and just I keep it together. I maybe look a little bit weird, but I keep it together.
Yep,
The 12-year-old just told me I'm nice.
yep.
I'm okay.
Anyway, if any of you die, I have a first aid kit and really good knowledge of biology.
Why would we
I
die?
feel like resurrection is different from first aid.
Are you trying to get us killed?
I'm very
This
confused.
isn't Dungeons
She
and
thinks it's a
Dragons.
murder cult. So,
Okay, but what if it's not a murder cult? What if it's nice cult? Not a cult at all.
First aid can't resurrect you. This isn't Dungeons and Dragons.
who even plays Dungeons and Dragons?
Victoria copping to playing Dungeons and Dragons in the
Do you
aughts.
play Dungeons and Dragons?
I play Dungeons and Dragons.
This is the aughts. It's not
Great.
cool yet.
It is great for developing acting skills and creativity.
That sounds
It's
a whole
great for
lot
hiding
like
in a
you play.
basement and pretending not to be creepy.
Listen,
Okay.
kid. Also, I should establish that Victoria's like 6 foot tall.
Oh, jeez.
With the heels or without the heels?
Without the heels, she's a tall blonde bitch.
6
That
foot
is
tall is
joke.
real tall for a high schooler. Dang.
Wow.
Hi, I'm 12.
I know, that's why
I don't even have context for how tall a 12-year-old is.
They're like probably my height.
No, you're not that short. My
Allison's
12-year-old brother's.
4 inches shorter than me.
Ellison is
Yeah.
small.
And
I am
I'm not
small.
that tall.
I do know 12-year-olds who are taller than me, but I have met 12-year-olds.
My family is on the short side. So, like, my brother's
feel-
definitely more than, but he was on growth. Yeah.
My
So,
brother's 13 is taller and was taller than Allison.
Yes. This is
Okay.
accurate. All of my cousins who are like 12, 13 are taller than me right now. So that's fun.
That's impressive.
Allison
Like-
is like 1.5 meters tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same as my mum. But my
Yes,
brother
not
is distinctly taller than my brother is distinctly shorter than my mum, and he's like 13.
Yeah, people grow at different rates.
Yeah, not a tall family though.
Fair.
So, like, we're gonna say probably like 4'9".
Tall.
So, like, Victoria is, with the heels, probably 1.5 feet taller than you, standing up.
No, okay, I put it into a height comparison model, and I'm just gonna share the link in the Discord because it's
I can't
hilarious.
view that, but enjoy.
Basically, Alex wouldn't even come up to Tori's shoulder.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, that sounds fair.
it's a Liz next to B-Dave sort of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it's like
probably
me next to Matt Key, same difference.
Yeah, that's probably about the exact. Probably a little better than you next to, or no, about 1.5 feet between you and Matt Key, right? So yeah, about you
No,
next.
exactly 1.5 feet.
Yeah, you next to Matt Key is Alex next to Victoria when Victoria's wearing heels.
All right, so like mid chest.
Yeah.
Oh look.
Now that we've determined this important point, what are you going to do?
Now that we figured out heights, which is totally relevant to a game where we just talk about what happens.
You need accurate theater of the mind.
We just have to establish how cool Victoria is, like talking down to this 12-year-old.
I'm gonna say I'm probably also like 5'7", 5'8".
They're awful.
I'm probably a bit shorter than that, but not by much.
Why are y'all so tall?
I'm gonna go with I'm 12 and I
Let me live out my dreams in RPG games.
Like,
okay, you tall adults. What are you gonna do about your conundrum with this 12-year-old?
Democracy is a thing, so I am not going to try to impose my will on the group. And it's even an odd number, so do we want to pick up this child, yes or no?
I mean, we can try to like call Alex's parents and tell them that Alex is needed for a school project. We could figure something out. Maybe then we don't have to pick Alex up somewhere. We can just wait.
My problem is not about having to pick her up. It's about having her there in general.
Okay, but I vote for having Alex.
All right.
Smart brain.
Listen, I gotta go, so you guys can decide this amongst the two of you.
Yeah, the bell
Just
is
tell
about
me
to
what
ring really soon.
I'm doing.
I just need a yes or no. That's it. 1 second answer.
Yes. Wait,
Fine.
what are we voting on?
And I say fine, and I leave. So I'm running to change and go to.
You still have 2 more classes. You're only in
Oh,
homeroom.
we were in the middle of it.
Yeah, you've
I
just
thought we were
been
towards the end of
arguing
the
about
day.
tonight. But, like, the bell is about to ring. You have talked all the way through homeroom. And the bell's gonna ring any second.
Okay. Either way, the bell rings and I leave because I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, I'll just say the
I just
bell
like
rings,
picturing
like,
all the
while
people
you're
around us.
arguing, and you're, like, saying this, like, I have to go to class now. Tell me what I'm doing.
Okay, Alex, I have an idea. You said your parents are gonna pick you up after school, right?
yeah.
And we don't have enough time to call them because, class just started. So after school, I will come to you with you to the parking lot and talk to your parents that we have a school project and that I have a friend who has the license for a lot of time and will bring you back home later. I don't know what happened to my language skills.
Definitely not weird that this 16-year-old boy is talking to the 12-year-old's parents.
Yeah.
But I'm not very impressive in any way.
Yeah, this is true.
Or scary.
It's true.
And Henry is very, like, aren't you good with adults?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, that could work. Yeah. They might be a bit
We have a
annoyed
school
that they
project.
have to struggle this way out. But yeah. Okay. We'll do that.
Okay, good plan.
You're really
Let's
smart,
go to
Henry.
class. Thank you. And I will turn around and walk to my class. And just like, nope.
I just like
not turning around.
picturing everyone else in homeroom just hearing this conversation.
I mean, they're all talking too. They're not like spying on you.
I mean, I definitely try and linger, like, longer than after the bell, because I don't want to get caught up in the crush in, like, the hallways, because I'm really small. Some
Yeah,
of these
I
kids are
think a
really
lot of
big.
times you
So,
usually
like-
wait till everyone's in class and then just like
Yeah.
sprint
Yeah,
because you're
and
fast.
nobody really minds, because, like, it's not like I fail or terrible. So,
Yeah, and they feel bad about giving you tardies because you show up and you're like panting from the exertion of running, and like it's visible that you have run to class, and they're like, this tiny little 12-year-old with their tiny little 12-year-old legs just ran to class. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
like
and
get her in
sometimes
trouble
class
for
is
being late.
actually a really long way away, so it does take a while.
Yeah.
Like,
So you
I
show
have
up late a
nothing to-
lot, but like it's very clear that you were trying to get there, and the teacher's like feels bad about punishing you for that because you're so small. So the end of the day comes around, and I'm assuming, Henry, you're probably waiting out by the pickup area to meet up with Alex.
Oh, yeah. And I look very nice. Like, I looked at myself in the mirror to not look weird. I have like probably a bow tie or something terribly like that, and just look very, very nerdy.
Question,
And
is your sense of style sweater vest?
probably, I mean, it's probably not the best,
The Argyle.
but I probably learned that some types of clothing just result in me getting beaten more. So I probably stopped wearing like
Probably the bow tie,
sweaters.
which was probably in your backpack instead, which you then
Oh,
put
yeah.
on to look impressive.
Of course, that's yeah.
A nice
Mhm.
little clip
Very
on.
nice. Yeah. Yeah, I look very, very, very innocent. And when I'm calm, and we need to figure this out, so we need Alex.
All right, so Alex, you go out and you do see your dad's there to pick you up. In the minivan, like has the passenger side window down and is like waving out at you from across as soon as you like come out of the building, because he knows what door you come out every time. And you see kind of Henry's kind of off to the side, so like there's like a straight view to your dad, and then Henry's like off right there.
I'm waiting though for Alex because I would recognize parents.
Yeah.
So I go over and get Henry, and then we just go straight over.
Okay. And your dad kind of like leans over to like, yeah, you can sit in the front seat. I think you're old enough.
Wow.
You had to think about it.
I did. I was like, what age is that? But he like reaches
It's
over.
an age and height
Legally,
requirement.
it is 12. Like, that is the start.
But it's also a height requirement.
Yeah.
There are pillars, like,
Allison definitely knows that for no reason in particular.
No. Why would I have a reason to know that?
But he like does a thing where he like unbuckles and like reaches over and like opens the door and like pushes it out for you so you can climb in the front seat. And he's like, "Honey, how was school?"
it was fine, Dad. Can Henry, we've got a class project, and it's really important, and can I stay? And Henry's a grown-up.
I will
So,
He looks at
introduce
this
myself.
16-year-old child that you're calling a grown-up. And he's like, you can see he's willing to like hear it out, but he's also like, a grown-up.
I will introduce myself and
Alex
smile
wanting
a
to
lot.
do schoolwork.
and I don't know. I will make a speech about Alex being like one of the smartest kids, and I have very good grades. And we teamed up for a school project, and I desperately need her help because she's so smart, and all of those things. And I'm being very polite. I call him Mr. Alex last name, and
I feel like you call him Mr. Alex's dad.
probably.
Because I doubt you know Alex's last name.
Fair enough.
Victoria's also gonna walk over because she was low-key spying on this whole interaction.
Oh god, oh no.
Well, okay, what is Victoria gonna do before I make this roll happen?
Nothing bad. Victoria's actually not gonna be Victoria for once.
What does
She's
that
gonna go
mean,
over.
Victoria?
She's gonna go over and also introduce herself to Alex's dad and say, "Hi, I'm the third project member. It's a third-person project, and yeah, it's just a really. It's not so much as hard as it is complex. Like there's a lot of different parts for it, and so we need all three members to really contribute."
So, we're gonna see if Henry manages this and Victoria manages to not fuck this up. So Henry, this is a Bricks Challenge 2. Victoria, this is a Bricks Challenge 3.
Oh my god.
Let's see what you guys have to
fuck
roll
this
for
up.
this.
All right.
Let's see what you guys have.
Can I use child actor? Like he would know who I am.
No.
That's not a...
What do you have that could possibly convince a worried parent that
I have
his 12-year-old
innocence.
daughter would be safe with you? Innocent would work.
I mean, this is a flaw, but it applies. It seeks approval.
I don't think you care that
Like
much.
she's really.
I don't
she's,
think
like,
you care
trying.
that much. You don't want Alex to go with you.
I mean, like.
You've accepted it, but you would rather she not.
Oh no.
The whole description is underneath your aloofness. You care deeply what others think about you. You would never admit it, but you take it personally when someone doesn't approve.
Yes, but Alex doesn't not approve of going on this.
See, it's not. She's trying to convince Alex's dad, and not Alex.
Alex is a lost cause.
I don't
Alex
think
is a lost
I don't think Sixth approval would apply because, like, I don't think your heart is in this argument. I think you're doing this to show the people around you that, like, you are, like, helping. But you're like, I'm helping. Also, we have 10 minutes, and then in 10 minutes, we're gonna raid Pugmire.
Alright.
I'm okay. We're probably good if we go a couple minutes over with saying bye and stuff. And then we'll raid, but I'll make sure to
Alright.
raid before they start. Because they're
Why am I-
playing dogs.
Why am I arguing anyway? I still have 5 dice.
Yeah, you have 5
No.
dice. What about you, Henry?
I have school staff trusts me, so parents like me. I have event planner. My name came up probably in a lot of like bake sales and stuff around the school. I mean, calm, focused, composed. You can choose what fits.
Yeah, I feel like you probably can have all 6. Like, you're very approachable.
Thank you.
And unassuming. Like, you were bullied and, like, this, you're not gonna be perceived as a threat.
Oh no, I am anything but a threat. I need 5s, right?
Yes, and you need 2 of them.
Okay, I have 1 5 and 2 6s.
Okay.
Another 6 and a 3, so 4.
Okay, what about you, Victoria?
I pulled an Aaron.
Oh no.
What the fuck? So you guys get to tell me what's happened while you're convincing Alex's dad that this is okay.
I've
Aaron?
got nothing good.
Okay, so the dad trusts us, and he allows us to take Alex for the day and do a project together. That's very important for school. I don't know if anything special
And he
happens.
doesn't
Aaron,
even
you
mind
roll
if I
the
get back a little bit
messages.
late.
What?
He doesn't even mind if I get back a little bit late.
Yeah.
Because, like, normally I'd have to be in pretty early if I was wanting to go out with a friend.
Yeah, Henry
But
was probably like, well, we're gonna start off doing stuff at school, but then we have so
We
much
have to go
stuff
to
to
the
do
library.
that we're gonna go to my house and my parents are gonna make dinner, and like he's
Oh, yeah.
reassured that you're gonna be fed and that there's gonna be a parent there and that you're
Yeah.
not gonna be in trouble and it's not just gonna be you alone because Victoria's there too. So
course.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's very reassured by all of this. And he's like, well, sweetie, I hope you have a really good time. If you need anything, just, you have our phone number memorized, so make sure you give us a call from Henry's house if you need anything at all. We can come pick you up, or, like, if you want to come home early, or if you just need any of your stuff, just let us know.
Okay, Dad.
Okay.
Love you.
Have a good time. Love you too. And he like
Good day, sir.
he like reaches over and like fails to close the door that he pushed open because he did the push thing, so you close it for him and he like waves and like buckles up and drives away.
Okay, I will pull all of us to the bleachers where we wait for Nikki probably, and I will make more lists and show them to the others and make more lists and more question marks and maybe watch some of the cheerleader practice but also look at the list.
So yeah, you go over there and wait, I'm gonna cough for a sec.
How Allie does this. Victoria probably goes to text one of her dads, but then realizes they wouldn't care, and they probably wouldn't notice anyway.
Aww.
Aww.
Yeah.
I don't notice because I'm reading my comic book.
Yeah, you're reading your comic books. You're not alone on the bleachers. There are a few other people there if you want to talk to them or check them out while Nikki is having practice or anything.
Oh no, I'm
don't know what
occupied
cheerleaders
with
do.
lists and cheerleaders.
Victoria probably sits on like the other side of the bleachers from the rest of you, so she can call her agent, who's like basically her only friend. And they're just talking about how Victoria's day went and how her manager's life is happening.
I mean, it's probably fair because I'm a social outcast. Pretty sure Henry is too. Like, being seen with us is probably not high on your agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what are you guys doing during this? Alex, you're reading your comic book. Victoria's calling her agent. Henry, what are you doing?
I'm working on theories and like overthinking things and watch cheerleaders practice maybe one in particular and think about lists and what could have happened to Annabelle.
So, I'm gonna have you roll just a straight perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
So just 3.
Yeah, just 3.
Yeah, nothing. Nope.
Okay.
Straight balls. good.
Yeah, you're a little distracted by Jessica doing cheerleading stuff.
Yeah, there are some cheerleaders that are very distracting. I'm,
Yeah.
just
So
being in high school. People look good. I mean, they look terrible because everyone's like in high school, but they look good.
For high schoolers, everybody looks good.
I mean, I'm a high schooler. I like high school people.
I'm a high schooler and ew.
You're 12. You're not a high schooler. You're smart. You want to go to college.
I'm at high school.
But your goal is college, so you want to be a student, not a high school.
I don't want to be at high school.
That's what I said. You don't want to be a high school.
she doesn't want to be a student either.
But
she
you want to go
just
to
wants
college,
to
right?
be in college.
Yeah. I don't really want to do student.
Aren't students in college?
Yeah, but
I'm not there
Alex doesn't really want to be a student. I think Alex just wants to be
No.
in college with people who understand her.
But, I mean,
And then get a
students-
job where she makes $1 million because she's the smartest person on the planet.
It's a very
Yeah.
good plan.
I
It
know.
is a good plan.
We'll
12,
probably
that sounds
end off
good.
tonight with the end of cheerleading practice because it's almost time to raid saving throw.
Yeah.
So if we want to just go around and say who we are and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
we can do that.
All right, I'll start off.
And
I'm
we'll be
Erin.
back at some unknown point that I will post on my Twitters once we figure out our schedules.
Probably next week.
Probably
We'll find
next
out.
week, probably same time before Pugmire.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, Amy might be
Maybe.
streaming, so it might be different, but we'll see. But that
Yeah.
would be the same time period, so we'll see.
This is true.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right. So I'm Erin. Serotonia most places. This character's really fun, guys. I love her so much.
All right. Yeah, you can go. Go.
Okay, I'm Amadea or Marimo on Discord and stuff if you see me. And at oimoy_ on Twitter.
All right. I'm Allison. I'm at Shadowstorm0 on Twitter and various other platforms.
I'm Luca. I'm Lilikath on Twitter and YouTube, and on Tumblr I'm Julia O. Wicker.
And then I'm Allie. I'm Perfect Kasima here on Twitch, on Twitter, on Discord too. You can find links to a lot of my other stuff. I have a lot of my handles in the description. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm in the Uncommon Trust server all the time.
Which we're all part of.
Yeah, we're all part of the Uncommon Trust server. We all watch Amy Dallin streams. We all watch
All the time.
most Geek and Sundry stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you can probably
Or in chat. Various places.
say hi to us in chat. We will definitely love the attention.
Yeah.
And definitely interact with you probably more than you wanted. Or
Hell
at least
yeah.
in my case. But yeah. I can't give you the plague over the internet, so it's fine to come near me digitally. But yeah, with this, I'm gonna keep talking as I attempt to see if my computer can handle loading up the stream so that we can go raid Pugmire. But while I
Heck
do
yeah.
that, we can keep talking because it's gonna take me a sec.
Because we can figure out how the internet things work.
Yep, definitely.
The internet's a weird place.
It is a weird place indeed,
Yeah, definitely.
but it's a
Weirdest.
fun place
Yeah,
because I spend all of my time doing internet things.
we're just gonna vamp a little until I can
Yeah.
raid saving throw. But basically, we do things sometimes.
And the interwebs.
I make a lot of gifts recently, so if you want gifts made of things, I can do that, because that's a thing I do a lot, more than I should. I'm gonna type in this raid.
I'm so excited to play next week.
Okay, so we're rating saving throw in
Yeah.
like 10 seconds.
This is actually a lot of fun. I wasn't sure which direction I was going to go with this character, but I really like our interaction, Sarah.
Also, fun fact, I accidentally named my character after someone I knew.
Alright, so we're gonna talk a little bit longer because I think we're on a delay with you guys, but I'm gonna hit raid now on my end and send everybody over. Say hi to Pugmire, folks.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See you
Hope
soon.
you enjoyed.
And we're gonna keep talking because I just hit raid now.
There we are.
I'm gonna get to see
There we
Pugmire
are.
because I live in the future. Are you guys getting the raid through?
Yeah, the raid.
You have a
Okay,
great
cool.
backstory. If you want to share any pieces of that,
Fun.
just to
Perfect.
let
This was fun.
even the other players know and chat know a little bit more about her background. You don't have to reveal everything if you
Okay.
want to, but maybe just to get a sense of it.
Okay.
No, I'm
gonna stop
kind of like it.
screaming
So she
if I could.